life without anger. It will be interesting to know that more than 70% of the people in jail have landed up there because of anger. Expectations is the most common cause of all. We have very high expectations from our child, wife, friends, subordinates, or even from our employer. We want them to be perfect. Our consistent high demands spoil environment around us, both at office and at home. Anger usually comes from impatience, and it is most dangerous reason of all. The best place to experience this is traffic. Everyone is in a hurry. Even a well-educated person honks without any reason, knowing very well that sound pollution is harmful to everyone, including themselves. In my case, I start sufficiently early, so slow speed does not bother me. My reason for not going late or not driving fast is simple. I am not in a hurry to be called late Dr. Kopikar. Remedy for this impatience is quite simple. If you have a car, get up early in the morning, say 5 o'clock, and drive at the speed of 10 kilometers per hour for at least 30 minutes. And at all road junctions, stop. Yes, stop. Look right as well as left, and when the road is clear, move ahead. And all along, while you are driving, have a smile on your face. And for those who do not own a car, can hire a taxi or an auto, pay them little extra to drive you at this slow speed for 30 minutes. 1 week of this exercise, and I promise in your life you will not get irritated. Anger also comes from habit of speaking before listening and by forming opinions before studying the facts. Anger spreads from home to workplace and from workplace to home. Other common reasons for anger are criticism, helplessness, incompatible life partner, spending habit, addictions, habit of arguing, and mob psychology. Now I'll tell you why even a well-educated and sensible person gets involved in a riot. This is because IQ of every person in the mob is bit lower than the lowest IQ in the mob. This fact is exploited by politicians all over the world to create violence. Anger can ruin the entire family like a slow poison. One of my doctor friends was giving condolences to a woman in 60s who had lost her husband, but was shocked when she said, "Doctor, I'll tell you the truth. For me, my husband was dead 30 years back. I lived in hell till yesterday. Today I am free." Interestingly, we don't get angry with our boss because there is chance of losing our job. We also don't get angry with our teachers because it can affect our career. And in contrast, we keep getting angry with our near and dear ones every now and then just because they tolerate us out of love and respect. We take them for granted. We get angry even with unknown person for a stupid reason, but conveniently forgive a criminal because he is stronger than us. Do we get angry with a 6-month-old baby? No. In fact, these babies are most irritating creatures in this world. Whole day we have to keep feeding them or changing them. They spoil all our routine. They cry when we want them to sleep and sleep when we want them to play. They sleep on our way to movie but cry when the movie is in climax. We still don't get angry with them because there is happiness in future. We believe one day this baby will grow and become a doctor, engineer or someone great. But when baby grows and starts getting low grades in school, we start getting angry on them because for us the baby's future is gone. We also don't get angry when we are in happy mood and on festivals and during family events because happy persons develop enough self-control to use anger only for a good cause. Anger for a good cause, yes. When you get angry for unethical and illegal activity harmful to the society, it's a good cause. Getting angry on an evil teaser is a good cause. Getting angry on a corrupt officer is a good cause. And getting angry on yourself for being helpless is also a good cause. I remember a story of Cassius Clay, who was better known as Muhammad Ali. He was a lean boy when a thief stole his bicycle. By getting angry on his helplessness, he started taking lessons in boxing to beat that thief one day. He never found that thief, but himself became a world boxing champion. If you wish to remain cool throughout the day, just follow this mantra. Before you sleep at night, just look at all members of your family and pray to God by saying, God, please give me one more day to do something better than today. And when you get up in the morning, just thank God for keeping you alive and for keeping your loved ones alive to enjoy one more day for a better cause. Hug your kids with a smile and say you love them. Hug your parents and say I love you. And more importantly, hug your spouse and say, darling, what I would have done without you. I promise you, your enthusiasm will remain fresh for full day without any irritation. Throughout the day, you will keep smiling and you will not allow any person or event to disturb your pleasure. Try it and do let me know. The worst thing happens when people justify their anger and say, it's my nature. It just happens, but it does not affect me. Family fights are good for increasing love. My request to you is, when you hear these comments, just keep yourself away. You neither support nor oppose. With anger, we are only the losers. By getting upset, we waste our valuable thinking or business time. We lose peace at home as well as at work. And worst of all, we lose relationship. There is so much in life to enjoy. If you are a non-smoker and someone offers you a cigarette, what do you say? No thanks, I don't smoke. So next time someone gives a bad word, say, no thanks, I don't take it. Probably you both will enjoy. Oldest technique for anger control is counting 1 up to 10. My mother had taught me. Once when I returned home with a black eye, my mother asked, did you count 1 up to 10? I said, yes, of course. but my friend's mother had told him to count only up to 5. So he finished first. Friends, solutions are many and they are all effective if you are willing to accept them. Just imagine a family is having a great fight and someone rings the doorbell. Ding dong. Lady opens the door only to find her best friend at the door. Now imagine how the situation will change. One happy moment and you forget the fight. Then why not create that moment yourself? So next time you expect a fight, just remember to say, ding dong. Tell me, can you destroy a friend's life and make him your best friend the very next moment? Impossible. In World War II, America had destroyed Japan with atom bomb. But since then, till today, Japan and America are best friends. This was made possible by American military strategist Douglas MacArthur. Japan will never forget the American help for the entire cleanup operation and creating a powerful friendship. This is called law of retaliation. I am sure thousands of fighting couples will find their solution in this example. With the same principle, India and Pakistan can become best friends, great nations, and share love and prosperity. Finally, the most effective technique of all, the flush technique. As we flush the toilet to remove dirt, we can flush our mind, which is full of dirt, by the time we return home from work. Just before ringing your bell, pause and flush your mind. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, hold it for a few seconds, and then slowly open your eyes, leave your breath, and have a smile on your face. Friends, in my experience, love is the best cure for anger. I was myself a very short-tempered person. But on the eve of my marriage, I decided never to get angry because I never wanted to lose my lovely wife. Today, after 30 years of married life, with no fights, no arguments, no raising of voices, I am blessed with the same lovely and beautiful wife. It is never too late to be happy.